Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. All right, let's check it out. Let's see what we got for you right now. We have one of those Toyota models that were quite popular and famous worldwide. In many countries, this model was known, and some other countries were not so known. Let me present this model properly. We got in front of us a 143 scale 1976 Toyota Corona Mark II. Now the Toyota model, the Toyota Corona. The Corona model has been out for 11 generations. They've been out since 1957 all the way down to 2001. So when a model lasts that long is quite an achievement. It's like the Corolla. If the Corona would have still been running, if the Corona model, it would have been older than the Corolla in the age they came out. Because in 57 there was no Toyota Corolla. So that's what I mean by being an older model. But unfortunately, we no longer have the Corona. Now we have a model called Toyota Crown. That, if you know Crown in English, is Corona in Spanish. So it's quite, they got the English word and the Spanish word. Oh well. Now, the one that we're looking at right now is actually the fifth generation. The fifth generation, which I think is actually, let me check it out because this looks a little bit different from the one that we're looking in front of us. So I'm trying to figure out why is it different. Let's see. Well, anyway, this is the 1976 edition of the Toyota Corona. I find it very attractive. I like the way it looks. I think it's very attractive, very modern for its age. I like the, believe it or not, I like the back. And I don't know why. It's a little different from other Toyotas that I've seen. Now, the front end, it does remind me of other models that I've seen. It's not just the regular, I've seen this model before. Maybe in a Mazda, maybe in other Toyotas, for the quad round head looks. But I like it. I really like the model, I like the way it looks. It's a four-door, so it's practical for everyone. Uh, and believe it or not, this is one of those models that was actually, it did a key role in Toyota's success in North America. So that's something that's an achievement because when they started in the North American market, this is one of the models that started with. So that's something to be very happy about, I think, because it opened doors to one of the biggest markets in the world, the North American market with the Canadian and the US and Mexican market. They're one of the biggest markets in the world. I think behind China, I think USA is the second biggest market in sales, if as of right now. But back in the 70s, China was not number one. Back in the 70s, actually, China was not even, I think, in the first five countries. It picked up a lot in the last 15, 20 years. Typical Japanese car has those side mirrors by the fender. And you know what? It's something that when I see them, either, I always say it's either Japanese or British. Because they also had some of those British cars back in the days also had those side mirrors all the way by the fender, which I never drove a car with those type of, I'm not sure it was a better visibility. It was, to me, I don't know, maybe it'll be hard to get used to, but at the same time, we all get used to it quickly at the same time because for them it's probably the opposite when they have those side mirrors right next to them by the to turn their head. It might be too close, I don't know. as my say. That's just me. All right, guys. So I'm gonna let this car go around a few times, and I'll be right back. Alright, guys. So I was looking a little bit more about this car because somehow when I started Googling it, when I put Toyota Corona 76, it didn't give me this model, it gave me a different model. It's because this model specifically is called the Corona Mark II. Now, other parts of the world were just called Toyota Mark II. And that's when they officially gave me the record. Because I was trying to figure out why. Remember, as I'm describing the car, I'm also a viewer. So I know things about this car, but I'm not fully familiar with it like other models. A lot of Japanese models from back in the days have a bit of a mixed story. Some of them share the name, some of them depend on the market. Now, this one, if you want to get more information about this model specifically, if you go by Toyota Mark II, it will give you more information. Now, by just going by Toyota Mark II, this is actually the third generation, which it ran from 1976 to 1980. Engine wise, you have a few. You got 1.8, 1. I'm sorry, 1.7, 1.8, 2.0, and a 2.6. And then the 2.6 is actually a V6 with the also is a V6, the 2.0. Now the diesel engine was a 2.2. And transmission wise, you had a 4 and a 5-speed manual, and you also had a 4-speed automatic. And it came out as a 2-door coupe, 4-door sedan, which you're looking at right now, and also had a station wagon, a 5-door station wagon. Model is a very attractive model. If you go with the Corona by itself, it looks a little bit different, doesn't have the front end round headlights, but it's very similar in their looks, very attractive. By the way, this model is made by Norev. Norev, quality wise, is great. The only flaws that I usually find with some of the Norevs are the paint, but the details in the car itself is very good. I always like that. But a very attractive model from the 70s. It opened a lot of doors for Toyota to be what Toyota is today in some parts of the world. Again, remember the Corona, which is this one is considered also a Corona model. It's been out there for ages. It was out there for ages until 2001. But, like I was saying before, now they have a model called the Toyota Crown. And we're talking about now, 2024. All right, guys. Don't forget to give me that beautiful thumbs up. Don't forget to click and subscribe. And take care of yourselves more than ever. Goodbye.